Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? All right, man. So sitting here watching these fights, Sanchez and Dawekko. It's the eighth round right now, man. I pretty much have given Sanchez pretty much every round, man. I was supposed to make a video yesterday after the weigh-ins, but at the gym all day yesterday with my boys, man, with basketball and stuff. So for you guys that have heard me talk about that, you guys know how involved I am in that. So that took up all my time, man. But I have spoke about these three fights in lives I did weeks ago. So I've already been talking about these fights. Trick Nolte was good, man. Jake Jerk was good, y'all. Sitting here watching these heavyweight fights, man. Um, I pretty much gave Sanchez every round. Right now, it's the eighth round, man. Sanchez has been doing a good job of using his reach, um, keeping Joey on the outside. We know Joey likes to counterpunch. Although he's a small, shorter guy with short arms, you would think initially that he would want to get on the inside and bang. But really, Joey just likes to kind of sit mid-range and he likes to counter. But the thing is, Sanchez isn't giving him opportunity to counter because he's not there. He's doing a good job using his jab. He's landing the right hand. Joey has a pretty good chin, man. So it's hard to get Joey out of there. I'm, listening to them talk about it, like saying that Sanchez needs to step on the gas and attack Joey. Um, I think he's doing a good job right now. You're not gonna be able to knock just everybody out. Yes, Dawekko has been stopped one time against Charles Martin. Martin was doing a great job in that fight. I watched that fight, man. Joey and Charles Martin. Charles doing a good job of darting in and out. And I think his left hand was giving Joey a lot of problems, and he was landing good body work. To me, that was one of Charles Martin's best wins was Joey Dawekko. See what y'all talking about. D Block Express was good, bro. Derek Bailey, what's up? And I'm listening to them talk about, do they think Sanchez can be a future world champion? I mean, anything is possible, man. Obviously, he has the pedigree with all the fights. I think they said he was a 214 wins with only 6 losses as an amateur out there in Cuba. Um, so he has the fundamentals, the power. I mean, he has what 14 wins, 11 knockouts, so he has some type of knockout capability. Um, just want to see what happens when he gets pressured and when he gets put on the back foot, how he responds to that. Right now, when Joey does decide to be aggressive, Sanchez just keeping his distance with the jab. Although he's moving back, he's keeping him at arm's length with the jab. And right now, Joey, at the end of this fight, I can see him saying he didn't hurt me. He wouldn't stand and fight. He ran. I can see that type of um, opinion from Joey after the fight. But I guess we'll see what he says after the fight. But I can just tell by just his mannerisms in this fight that he wants Sanchez to just stand in one spot. Lawrence Williams was good. Man, Poby, what's up? And we got Bob Arum in here. Was good. No, I don't think the real Bob Arum will watch a PBC card. Lawrence Williams says Joey is fighting lazy. He has that sparring partner mentality. Yeah, he's not turning it up, man. He fought a lot. He fought a lot more courageous in the Kuzman fight, in my opinion. Um, right now, but Lawrence, I think he wants to counter. It's just that Sanchez isn't there to counter because there's a few times he keeps throwing his hook, but Sanchez isn't there. Like he wants to counter that jab, he's just not in punching range. And if he does try to counter it anyways and just throw it, he's going to be reaching with it and missing it. It's going to come up short. But I do think he should try to take some steps either to the left or to the right to cut the ring off and then try to engage in some type of body work, man. It's like he just thrown that away completely. He's not even trying to go for the body. You want to stop somebody's legs, man, go to their body. And I know Joey is smart enough to know that, but he's right here in the clinch. He's just susceptible just to holding on and just clinching. And Joey with his quick hands, man, you would think he would be able to let some punches go right there. He has to punch. Sanchez gave him the opportunity. Sanchez got off first and moved. And Joey still, as if he's trying to wait for Sanchez to get off to start throwing his punches. Sanchez right now, I think if anything, he'd probably just double up on the jab because he's being kind of predictable right now with his jab. And I was also thinking, look for that uppercut. Like right there was a perfect time to throw it. Because Joey's looking for the right hand. Sometimes he'll put the high guard up and he'll kind of lean in a little bit. I don't know if he's trying to brace himself or he's trying to slip it, but I think Sanchez can possibly get an uppercut in there if he really if he can set it up. And probably try to place one of these straight right hands as Joey right there, like he did right there. Place the right hand as Joey's trying to walk him down. He can just walk him right into a straight right hand. Good overhand by Joey. He needs more of that, man, and some follow-ups. Right now it's just one punch and grab. But that's credit to Sanchez. Huey Fury also picked up a victory tonight. He beat what's the guy's name? Pavel Sauer. Beat him in 3 rounds. There's also another fight. Dempsey McKean fought Jonathan Rice. I'm not sure who won that fight. Haven't got a chance to look that fight up and see who won that fight. My man Trick Nolte says, Stormy Beeman and myself, we spoke to Michael Bent on the phone this week. Oh, y'all spoke to Michael Bent. He says, a very nice guy, very knowledgeable. We also talked to Ivan Robinson. I remember him from his fights with Toro Gotti. He says, this week, we looking to get them on the LDBC show. Oh, that's what's up, man. Michael Bent knocked out Tommy Morrison. Ooh, good counter by Dawekjo. Boxer Wave, what's good, bro? Sitting here watching it. Man, I'm surprised you're not at the fights, man. GG salute, man. I'm surprised my man Boxer Wave ain't at the fights. You say this guy Sanchez is legit. I like Sanchez, man. I think right now he needs to start doubling up that jab. And I think he can find a home for that uppercut, man, because of the way Joey is defending that straight right hand. Joey's kind of putting his guards up and he's slipping punches, but he's slipping with his head coming forward. I think Sanchez could probably sit down on a nice uppercut and catch him, man. Surprise him with it. But I like Sanchez. Good movement, seems to be in good condition. They list him at 27. We always like to joke with the fighters that come from Cuba over here as far as their age, but they list them at 27. So we'll go with 27. Good fundamentals, like I said, the dude was 214-6 as an amateur, so he got that under his belt. But some of the things I want to see is just how he deals with going backwards with some good pressure. Not Joey's putting pressure on, but it's really not. He's pressuring him, but he's not landing anything. But he's putting that front foot pressure as far as trying to walk him down, but nothing's coming behind. He's just getting circled. Good 1-2 by Sanchez. And then he switched up directions. See, like in these moments right here where Sanchez is trying to rest, I'll be interested to see how he engages with somebody that's not going to let him rest like that, where he has to fight, where he has to stand and fight, or what would be his style when that happens. But right now he's having his way with Joey, man. I thought Joey will put up a tougher effort than this. Oh, you say you and your boys just joking about his age? Yeah, I don't know. 20 say he look. If they told me he was 33, I'll believe that as well. So if they say 27, then I guess it's 27, right? Joey just one punch at a time, man. This reminded me of y'all remember when like Mike Tyson would be in his fights, like the fight, especially the fights that he would lose, he'll turn into the one punch at a time, Mike. And this is what Joey looks like. He's trying to lunge in with one hard shot, and when it doesn't happen, he's susceptible to being clinched. One hard shot, clinch. One hard shot. That's what it looks like Joey's doing right now. He's trying to lunge in with hooks and overhands, right? Ooh, nice hook, but nothing behind it. You need some activity, man, to wear the big man out. And Joey just abandoned body shots. Another overhand. I get the idea. I know what he's trying to do. He's a taller man. When you're the shorter man, you like throw, as we call it in the gym, the okie doke, the big overhand, sweeping right hands. But this is just too predictable, man. And he better be careful that Sanchez doesn't come right down the middle of these looping shots. Another overhand. Is my damn app. Man, these apps suck, man. Like I got the DAZN app, I got the Fox app. I'm just the app dude right now, right? These apps be freezing in the middle of the fights. They were doing that. They were doing it for the Fury Wilder rematch, right, man? That shit was irritating, man. So you was thinking 34 too? Yeah, man. That dude looked like he good in his 30s. Dude got a receding hairline, and everything. Yeah, that boy got the McDonald arches up. he got the he got the McDowell's from Coming to America arches up there. But he's doing a good job of circling. Joey can't get nothing going, man. This right here is a 10-round shutout. He says a fight just ended on live TV at 9 p.m. on the dot. Okay. It's like the last 5 seconds. Easy fight to score. Shutout. Yeah. I was picking my upset for the night, man. Was I was telling my wife before I went live. I said this is my upset for the night. I'm gonna pick Joey over Sanchez, and I was wrong. Yes, I know Sanchez was the favorite. I know that part, but I was picking the upset. I thought Joey would probably bring the fight to him and put Sanchez in a situation that he's never been in as a pro, and he completely handled Joey, man. Easy fight to score though. Boxing Wave says he thinks Sanchez beats Fa. I can see that happening because he has the pedigree. He can move a little bit, and if you watch the fight Fa had with not just the fight with Keladze when he got knocked down, but even the fight he had with Ali Demirezen, Demirezen was moving his head. Fa has problems with guys that will move their head and they can counter him because he stands straight. He's a big dude. He stands straight up, and he could be countered. He's susceptible to getting countered because he throws big shots. I mean, big shots, man. So he leaves them out there sometimes, especially that right hand he throws. And when he transitions from his offense to his defense, that's when he's really kind of in no man's land, like the twilight zone, where he's not really expecting punches coming back. And you can catch him in those in them areas. And I think Sanchez has the punch variation to do that. But yeah, man, you give FA some movement, at least from what I've seen in the Kalazi fight and the Ali Demirezen, and different types of movement too. Ali Demirezen was kind of being aggressive with his movement, dipping under shots. Kalazi was moving around, but Kalazi is like that though, man. That dude, even in his losses to Kownacki, he's lost to a few named guys. He'll give them hell for like the first 3 or 4 rounds, then he just fades. Jay Wright says he believes Sanchez has no power. I mean, 14-0, 11 KOs, and Joey isn't the easiest guy to knock. I think Joey's only been stopped once, and that was a Charles Martin. And I was seeing that fight, and Martin, like I was saying earlier in his live stream, Martin was darting in and out, mixing it up on Joey, and I think that southpaw stance was throwing him off because he couldn't stop Martin's left hand. But he's been in there with some hard, easy just to get rid of Joey Dawekko. Mala2243, what's up, man? He says Sanchez fought smart. Hey, Malo, who won the fight between Dempsey McKean and Jonathan Rice? If you know that. I seen Jono went Big Boys Boxing, aka Kiwi Box. He went live on it, but I was at the gym with my boys, man. I was trying to find some music, but I was seeing my subscriptions, and I seen he was going live on that fight. I know Huey Fury won tonight. He beat Pavel Sauer in 3. Then I know the undefeated Dempsey McKean from Australia had a fight against tough journeyman Jonathan Rice. Oh, you said your check. Oh, Prophet says McKean won by stoppage. Okay, I'm gonna have to watch more of the Southpaw from Australia, man, McKean, because Jonathan Rice, is a he. Yes, he's a journeyman, but he's not some easy journeyman to stop. He gave Tony Yoka some hell, man. Damn, he stopped him for real. And if it was a stoppage, was it a for real stoppage or was it like some BS stoppage? I'm gonna check that fight out, man. How was they saying Helenius' name again?
Helenius.
Hey, yo, Fox was just butchering Robert Helenius' name, man. They're calling this dude Helenies for the commercials before the earlier today. I was like, who the hell is Helenies? Yeah, it's easy fight to score, man. Um, Mala, let me see. Hold on. Guilty Simpson says Sanchez beat Dawekko way easier than Jennings and Kuzman. Yes, he did. This was a sweep, and you could throw Mansoor's name in there too. This was a sweep right here. This was easy work. And to be honest, I thought Dawekko beat Kuzman. Yeah, what they gave him some rounds?
2 rounds.
2 rounds. When?
Mm, 98,
2 rounds. I feel like Soldier Boy Drake.
99.
Drake. 2 rounds. Where?
They're still down.
Please tell me what 2 rounds Joey Dawekko won in this fight. He was getting dominated from round one. When he came out and tried to touch gloves at the beginning of the fight, he was getting dominated.
Mm,
There's no way Joey won a round in this fight. It is what it is, though. Right man won. Guilty Simpson says, okay. Prophet says McKean got the stoppage in the last round about 16 seconds before it ended. Jay Rice says Sanchez versus Big Baby will be a good fight. I like that fight. Prophet says Rice gave McKean hell, though. Okay, I got to check that out. See, I know if Rice did go down in the stoppage loss, Rice is one of them guys, man. I've said this before about him. If he could have just, I don't know what he does in his personal life, but just have just boxing and that's it, and he got trained a little bit earlier, he could have been probably a contender, man, because he got the size, the skill. Rice pretty good journeyman. My man TDB Midwest Sports Talk says McKean seemed to be losing but came on strong in the last round. Man, I gotta check that out. Mala 2243 says Joey fought like a sparring partner. Somebody else brought that up too, Mala. Guilty Simpson says Sanchez beats Ajagba right now. Milo 2243 says I didn't give Joy a round. I didn't either. My man Dago, what's good, bro? He says the white boy beat up AJ in sparring, so Sanchez might beat AJ in a real fight. Yeah, this the dude they saying allegedly knocked out or knocked down Anthony Joshua. Jupiter B, what's up, man? Did he just kiss a belt? Was that some
Oh,
little?
hold on. I'm playing a game.
Hey guys, did Sanchez? Did they just win a? Did he win some little minor belt or something? Bob Aram says Joey's trash. Let me see here. Jupiter B says great performance by Sanchez. He's fundamentally sound. Yes, he is. Now we need to see how that fundamentally sound carries over to the top 10, top 15 type guys. Because sometimes you could be fundamentally sound, man, and that doesn't hold over when you get in there with somebody that just can fight through you being fundamentally sound, like a guy like a Kownacki, where he's fundamentally sound at fighting in a phone booth type of fight.
Nasty.
And sometimes guys can take your fundamentals, man, and make you and force you into a fight. Then that's where the special fighters come in. Like a guy like Floyd Mayweather, where you can bring that type of fight to him, but he will still maintain his skill set and his fundamentals, and he can fight in the middle of a fire, man. Literally being fundamentally sound. Juan Marquez was excellent at it as well. There's a lot of fighters that were good at it, but Marquez and Floyd, man, very really impressed me over the years. Being able to fight like that in the middle of a firefight. Bob Aram says the heavyweight's booming right now. Yeah, popularity definitely came back to the division. Trick Nolte says, what channel the fight on? Is this Fox?
Yeah.
It's on Fox, bro. It should be regular Fox. I think this is regular Fox. Fox Sports. Mala2243 says FA by KO. Yeah, FA's gonna get Cojanu out of there. I wonder if my dad's gonna get on here. I wonder if my dad's listening, but my dad actually did some he actually worked with Roswan before. And didn't even know Rosman was a boxer. That was the funny part. Didn't even know Rosman was a boxer. Let me see. Kamal Oz, what's up, man? He says Sanchez looked great, bro. He pitched a shutout. Didn't don't see how they gave him Joey 2 rounds. Al Heyman has good connections with Cuban fighters. I definitely didn't see how Joey won a round, let alone two. Sanchez fought a good fight, man. He knew he couldn't get it. He was landing to hurt Joey. Just sometimes when you know you can't get the guy out of there, man, instead of just wasting all your energy going for something that's not there, just win on points, man. Keep dropping the hammer, but don't spend time trying to slug. Drop the hammer, move, use your jab, go on to the next one. This should be quick. Ajagba, Cojanu should be a quick fight. I don't see this going no more than 3. Although Cojanu does have the type of style where he can make it ugly if Ajagba comes out and lets him dictate the pace with the grabbing, and because Razvan will stick his tongue, he'll stick his tongue out, throw a flurry, grab, wrestle, hold, throw another combination, little flurry, grab, hit with his offhand. He'll do that type of thing. But if you jump right on him and get aggressive with him, um, to me, that's when he has problems. Okay, Kamal All says it's on regular Fox. I got the app, so yeah, Fox, whatever. I guess it's regular Fox. Charles Martin. Hey, Charles Martin even came out and said he thought he saw something fishy with Fury's gloves. I know that's the big topic right now. I want to hear from Team Wilder if they say something about the gloves. That's what I've been waiting to hear from. Not so much uploaders or websites or writers. I want to hear from Team Wilder themselves about what they think about the gloves. Um, Now were the gloves flopping like a motherfucker to me? Was I like, damn? After I noticed, yeah, it didn't look right at all. Um, there's a lot going on with these damn gloves, though, man. A lot of controversy and things like that. But I want to hear from Team Wilder what they have to say. But what I did see on fight night is I saw Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder. That's what I saw with my eyes. But if you're asking me, did the gloves look funny flopping around like that? Yes. And for people to say that it's common, I mean, if it is common, I guess I must just not be paying attention watching the sport for 33 years straight to where I noticed that for gloves to be flopping around like that. So people saying it's common, shit, where's that common at? Because I've never really noticed that. Now, can you pick a fight here and there from a year here and a year there where, well, of course, you always can find an example, but just because you find an example doesn't mean it's right. You just found an example, you know what I mean? But to make it seem like it's common in every single fight you go, man, come on, man. You know damn well that's not common. Like, knock it off, man. Did Tyson Fury beat him on fight night? He sure did. And they're going to have a third fight. That's really my opinion. That's why I didn't come up with no big extravagant video, man. It's just a quick opinion. That's just my pretty much outlook on that situation. Derek Bailey was good. He says, Mr. Boxing, did Fury pop dirty? I haven't heard anything about him popping dirty. I did see some cats on social media, but then people that I'm subscribed to, some of the brothers I'm subscribed to, were coming out with videos saying something about troubles with his A sample. Uh, but I don't know if that's true or not. I have no idea, man. So I guess I'm gonna just sit back and wait and see what news comes out from the drug testing agency or the WBC or something like that to see what's going on with his drug testing. But as of right now, from my knowledge, there's no dirty drug test. From my knowledge, again, I don't have any inside information, so I don't know. I'm not privy to any inside information. Let me see. Jupiter B says, I still choose AJ over Frank at this moment. Yeah, I think Josh will beat the hell out of Frank Sanchez. Guilty Simpson says there will be a Cuban resurgence in pro boxing soon. Derek Bailey, okay, answer is my man Retros for life. 79 boxing says salute Mr. Boxing. Sanchez got that footwork like a welterweight. Come on, all says, did you see my comment on Frank Sanchez? I did. DJ Zion Love, salute to you. Jupiter B says he gave Sanchez every round. I did too. James Rich says the fight was a waste of time. Come on, all says, yep, Sanchez won every round. Come on, all says Cojanu took Parker 12. Yeah, Gaines PP was good, bro. Was good, Gaines PP. Yeah, Cojanu did take Parker 12, but that was interesting though, man, because Parker was in training camp for Huey Fury, and his main sparring partner was Cojanu. Fury pulls out the fight. His replacement is his sparring partner that he's currently using. Like they sparred damn near 100 rounds together. Or I'm sorry, over 50 to 60 rounds going into that Fury fight when he was supposed to fight Fury the first time. And then they literally made his sparring partner his opponent. That was crazy. That's like that's just a tough situation, man. And yes, he did take him 12, but then you see Cojanu go in there and get blasted out by Dubois and get blasted out by Luis Ortiz. And who knocked him out in the Boxino tournament? I want to say Donovan Dennis. It was either Donovan Dennis or Andre Fedosov that blasted him out in the Boxino. It could have been Donovan. Yeah, I think it was Don. It was Donovan Dennis with a left. It was Donovan Dennis with a left hand, and it was the same left hand that I said Luis Ortiz was catching with. And damn it, it was. I'm gonna get to y'all comments in a minute, man. Round one is halfway through the round. Jagba's walking down Cojanu with the jab. Kajanu's moving, circling, making a Jagba reset. Right now they're in the clinch. Kajanu's trying to hit with the offhand. Kajanu's a big dude, man. Jags was shooting a jab. Good body shot by Cojanu, going downstairs with the left hand. Jag was using the jab. Cojanu double jabbed and he put him in the headlock. Jag was seen just be working behind his jab, trying to find range for that right hand, which he just threw. Cojanu took it well. Looked like some of it caught the glove. Good counter left hand by Cojanu. Jag was throwing the jab. He's looking for. He's moving up top, trying to show some movement up top. My knock on a Jag, but he doesn't move his head enough for my liking. Not that I expect him to be Pernell Whitaker, but at least move your head from side to side, get your head offline at the very least. I like to see a Jagba start doubling up the jab. He's throwing hard single jabs and he's pawing with the rest of them. You can tell he's looking for a right hand. But he's a little bit more relaxed though. He's still backing up in straight lines though. Like he could get caught with a right hand coming out of being in close with Cojanu. I can see him backing up, getting caught. Cojanu better stay off them ropes though. He was his back foot. He was against the rope. He was on the ropes, but one more step back, he'd have been right up on him. I gave a Jack with that first round. Gaines PP says, why nobody talking about Fury hand wrap? Um, Damn, hold on. Let me see here. I'm way off. Hold on, y'all. Kamal also says, I wonder if Ronnie Shields wants to get some more work and rounds for FA. Retros for Life 79 Boxes FA about to do something bad to Cojanu. Games PP says, I knew Sanchez was going to win by UD. James Rich says, does Helenius have anything left? We will see tonight, bro. Jupiter B says, anyone with eyes can see something fishy with Fury's gloves. They were bean bags. Man, that shit looked crazy. Um, and for people that saying that you're making an excuse because he lost, no, Wilder lost the fight. But you cannot sit here and tell me that those gloves just at the very least, it don't look funny to you. At the very least. Even if you hate Deontay Wilder, fine, great. You don't have to like him. But at the very least, you can say the gloves just don't look right. Let me see. Round two. Ooh, Cojano's coming out aggressive. Those two right hands, short right hands, and landed left hook. He's like he's trying to walk down the Jagba. This will get you knocked out trying to walk down the punch. He's being aggressive. Good left hook by Cojanu. Right hand by Cojanu. I thought he missed with that right hand, but he's being aggressive. Good 1-2 by Ajagba. Cojanu shakes his head like it didn't hurt, pushed him back. Good left hand, right hook by Ajagba. Cojanu with a body shot. I don't know. I don't know about this walking Ajagba down, but maybe he's trying to do the reverse, right? He's trying to bring the fight to the power puncher. I can see that. I guess we could say it's kind of like what Tyson Fury did to Deontay Wilder as far as bringing the fight to him. I got Cojanu winning this round so far. Good left hook, good right hand by Cojanu. I wonder if a Jag was going to be one of these guys, man, where if you bring the fight to him along with making the miss, not that, I'm trying to be too hard on the kid, man. I mean, everybody has flaws and deficiencies, but I'm just saying, though, maybe one of the ways to get to him is just bring the fight to him. If you could bring the fight to him and make him answer to some power shots as well, maybe he reacts different than the guy that just comes forward and just landing, 1-2s all day on you. My damn app just froze up. Okay, good right hand by Jagba. He caught Cojanu through his guard. Cause see, that's what Cojanu doesn't want to get into, a continuity of just standing there with the guards up, trying to bite down on the mouthpiece and just grit his way through getting hit with 1-2s. I guess you can say he can see the punches coming. He can brace himself, but that whole bite down on my mouthpiece and just grit through it while you punch me flush or while I have guards up, that get you knocked out. As Emmanuel Stewart used to say, you're trying to play the numbers game because sooner or later something's going to get through. Whether it's the third punch, the fourth punch, or the 19th punch. If you keep doing that thing, you're going to get caught. So you want to move your head or just move out the way or drift off to the side, take a pivot, pivot off to the side. Yo, man, a jab going to have to keep his hands up. He's going to have to stop backing up in straight lines. Cojanu wanted to tap gloves after a clinch. Ajagba wanted none of it. Jag was pawing with the jab, trying to find his range for a right hand. He's making it predictable that he wants to throw this right hand because he'll start to paw with the jab, as if he's just trying to get his range down, compute his range, and then right now he snaps. He's snapping the jab. Ooh, good right hand by Cojanu. Cojanu is landing some shots, man. And this is due to him. He has pretty quick hands for a big guy, Cojanu. And he's throwing three punch like they just he threw a 3-punch combination. So he's throwing volume at a jack, but he's not just trying to catch him with one. He's throwing 2s and 3s at him. I probably get that one to Cojanu, man. What do y'all think about round two? Let me see here. Let me see. Let me see. Jupiter B says no one has been able to show a single example of anyone gloves flopping outside of Fury. Kamal All says, what do you think about Wilder working with Ronnie Shields, Pedro Diaz, or Buddy McGirt? I'm not sold on Jay Diaz at all. My options for him, bro, would be Stacey McKinley or James Ali Bashir. Stacey McKinley has trained Shannon Briggs, Mike Tyson, Povetkin. He is a heavyweight trainer. When that heavyweight factory down there in Florida, the one where you used to always see Shannon Briggs say, "Let's go champ in that gym," there was heavyweights that will always come down there. Vladimir Klitschko actually trained down there before. Israel Gono, Joseph Parker. McKinley is great with heavyweights. He's been training them for decades. And James Lee Bashir was around for the whole Klitschko thing. He was Emmanuel Stewart's right hand man. Um, and he's also privy to training heavyweights. He has, like I say, helped out with Klitschko. Used to help train Usyk when he was a cruiser, and he has a heavyweight Vlad Sarenko right now, who's an undefeated prospect that I like. And he's an old school trainer too. Knows all the old school tricks of the trade. Those would be my uh picks. But as far as everybody you name, man, they all got great experience, man. Ronnie Shields, Buddy McGirt. I mean, they're all experienced guys, man. So I guess it's just come down to Wilder. But my choice would be Stacey McKinley or James Lee Bashir, and McKinley being first. But and I know right now McKinley has Trevor Bryant, who is the interim WBA heavyweight champion of the world, I guess. Good body shot by Ajagba. Looked like Cojanu kind of slowing down this round. Now he's just taking. Now he's doing the whole take shots, but he's taking them pretty. He's not after he's getting hit. He's still coming forward. He's not taking them going backwards or falling against the ropes. He's taking them coming forward. He needs to let his hands go. Now Jags was letting his combinations go. Straight right hand, uppercut, right hand by Jagba. Now he's pawing with right handed Jagba. Now Jagba wants to put his head down and kind of stay close quarters with Cojanu. Now his strategy has completely changed. I think he may be trying to rough Cojanu up, try to use some physicality. Now we got the separation back. He's pumping out the jab. Good left hook to the body by Jagba. Cojanu presses forward, has his forearm under Jagba's neck. Jagba threw a right hand to get him off of him. Jagba's walking him down now. Missed with an uppercut, missed with a right cross. Jab landed for Jagba. Another jab by Jagba. Cojanu is look like he's looking for just a right hand now. Instead of just let his hands go right there, he's letting his hand go. Good right hand. He's trying to catch a Jagba coming out of that when they're in close quarters and he backs up. He's trying to catch a Jagba right there. And like I was saying, Jagba was susceptible to getting hit, man, because he backs up in a straight line with his chin straight up in the air. Looked like a Jagba was losing some of the steam off these punches, man. Some of these punches like they're going at the same speed. Good overhand by Cojanu. Another good overhand. Jag was man. This Conjanu's making this interesting, man. Oh, good right hand by Jag, but he threw like a right hand, straight right hand, and he came with a right hook combination. I gave a Jagba this round more active. Cojanu looked like he was waiting for one big shot. He would mix it up here and there, landing some flurries, but I thought Jagba had the cleaner work. Some good uppercuts was in there. Nice little right hook. And he was landing some jabs periodically in that round. But I gave that round to Jagba. But Conjanu's not out of the fight, though. He's pressing. He's coming forward. Doesn't seem too hurt or buzzed by anything. Interesting fight so far. Trick Nolte says, "Damn, Ron Limpton done aged like a like a banana." I remember him reffing Roy Jones versus Brian Brandon back in '96. I remember that fight, bro. When Roy was telling the ref, "Hey man," he was telling dude to come in and stop the fight, and he wouldn't do it. Roy just said, "All right," hop back on in there and got him up out of there. I remember that one. Gaines PP said, Sanchez patient like every Cuban fighter except Gamboa. Yeah, Gamboa was very aggressive. Jupiter B says FA did some good body work this round. I'm trying to catch up, you guys, to the what y'all talking about so far. My man Mahari Nation Sports and Podcast was good, bro. I understand what you're saying, Jupiter B. Kamal Oz, he should be healthy, bro. I know my man BWTM Sports, who does great job over there in the UK, man. Y'all go subscribe to my man BWTM Sports. He's done few interviews with him, man. So I think he is in healthy condition right now. I'm not. Don't quote me for 100% on that, but I would think he's back training now. But I know he's done some interviews and stuff, man. But I'm not quite sure. I guess I didn't take that. I need to take that into consideration. My man Mahari says, I like F.A. Jack, but body work in the first 2 rounds. Kamal also says, I also think Virgil Hunter and Robert Garcia will be a good supplementary additions to Wilder's team. You see what Rob did with Maidana. Virgil can teach Wilder defense and footwork. Are you going to Finkley? Or I'm sorry, Hinkley. I said Hinkley. I know what that is. They got a casino out there in Hinkley. Yep. So you said you were going to go watch Marlon So Icy Sims fight at the Grand Casino. Okay. Jamal James is fighting. When is that Jamal James fight, Mahari? I know they're gonna have that downtown at the Armory. I was thinking about uh trying to check that one out, man. Jupiter B says, "What do I think about Nassim Richardson? Knowledgeable. He knows the fight game. I mean, you can't go bad with that either, man. All these guys are knowledgeable trainers. So all the guys you guys are bringing up, man, it just comes down to personality wise, would they fit with Wilder? Because as far as their boxing knowledge, shit, I can pretty much be blindfolded and pick any of these dudes. It just comes down to the personality and will they be able to get things out of Deontay. Let me see. Trignoti says, I like how Ronnie Shield gets in the face of his fighters. It means business is what his fighters need to do. He seems like the type of parent who will whip his kid for bringing home straight A's. Yeah, you never going to be 100% on his good side. He gonna find something. He gonna find something. It's kind of like Bob Knight, right? When Bob Knight coached the Jordan, right? Jordan was on the USA team just in the 80s. I think it was like that. I think it was before the draft, that summer of the draft, I think. But anyways, it was one of the games they were playing one of the countries, and Jordan had like 19 points, like 10 rebounds, and 6 assists. And I remember Bob Knight was just trying to think of something to get on Mike about, right? But the dude damn near had a triple double at halftime, but he's trying to get on the best player to send a message to the other players. So he just thought of something. He had to think of something to get on Jordan about. He said, Mike, when you going to sit a damn pick? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Hunter's one of them type of trainers, man. Uh Jupiter B says, I don't think Wilder should take on anyone who wants to transform Wilder. His awkwardness is a benefit. He needs someone to add to his gifts, not transform. Yeah, I don't think they should go and try to change his style. Just tighten up some things. To me, man, look, like everybody has like this, their opinion about what should be changed. What me, man, is use that damn jab more, man. Just you like try to jab 30 times around. I think Wilder would be much more effective. Like try to hurt you, not just the range finding jabs, but like really pumping the jab out, doubling, tripling, just different variations of the jab. But use his jab more and not just head him with the jab. Jab to the chest, just operate the jab more, and everything else will fall in place behind that. But I think that should be the key thing that should be worked on more. Tone Bangs was good, bro. He says Bob Knight ruled with the iron fist. Yes, he did. He's one of them coaches, man, that can take a player that could be averaging at least 30, and he can make that player buy into his system, have a winning program, and that player probably only average about 15, 16, 17 points. Dean Smith was the same way. My man Tone Banger says, I have to be honest, Cunningham was getting Wilder right. Um, Kamal Oz says, do you think Floyd Mayweather and Jeff Mayweather can do anything for Wilder? Maybe spending time at the TMT gym. Both have volunteered to train him. I think Shields' brutal honesty would be perfect. Man, look, I'll be lying if I said there's not nothing Mayweather can teach Deontay Wilder, right? That's dumb as hell. Dude, one of the greatest fighters to ever do it. Now, how would he be as a trainer? I'm not sure. And is this genuine coming from Floyd? Is him saying this, is this genuine? If it's not genuine, it's just a waste of time, publicity stunt. You know what I mean? But if it's genuine, do I think there's some jewels he can give Deontay Wilder? Of course, it's Floyd fucking Mayweather. You know what I mean? But just because what and then it's what type of jewels? Because just because some shit work in the welterweight division, the body mechanics are different. Look, fighting is fighting, but remember, you gotta remember this is a heavyweight. He's not gonna be able to slip and roll and do all the shit that you can do as a welterweight. Although you can, there are some guys that can move like that on the mitts and pads, and but it'd be interesting to see what Floyd can give him to make him better as a fighter. Because this is somebody that specialized defensively, especially late in his career, where Wilder thing isn't nothing to do with his defense. Not to say he doesn't have any defense or he doesn't or he's not capable, but it'd be curious. Yo, Cojanu is bringing a fight to FA. It's the fifth round, man. I kind of got off track. And these are the fights I wanted to see Ajagba in when you can't just huff and puff and blow the house down in the first two rounds. What are you going to do when your 10 rounder goes in around 7, 8, 9? You know what I mean? And guys aren't just falling down when you hit them with the right hand. So he's had a couple fights like this, man. So his learning curve is getting there. FA. He's not experiencing this in his 23rd fight, his 25th fight. He's experiencing it now, early in his career. The Ali Demirezen fight, the Kalazi fight when he hit the mat, and now this fight with Cojanu, where the guy is still standing there and he's been hit with some right hands. If anything, you want that type of shit to happen early. You don't want that happening in your first title fight where you're like, oh, what the hell do I do now? You want this type of stuff to happen early. Joseph Brown, what's good, bro? Oh, you're in the sixth round, Jupiter? Okay. I'm on the app, man. Maybe the app just goes slower. I'm not sure. Tone Banger says the Mayweather gym is not a good fit for Wilder. Too many distraction and egos. True, but there's also some good work up in there too, though, man. There's some good work up in there. Them boys can fight out that Vegas, man. But I think Wilder's the type of cat where I don't think nobody will fuck with him like that, though. I know there's some egos in there, but ain't nobody dumb enough to look. We may have saw Tyson Fury beat Wilder, but ain't nobody dumb enough to test him, man. I don't think nobody, and I think Wilder, uh, I just don't think he's the person you want to test or joke with or fuck with like that. That's just me looking at from the outside looking in. He don't seem like one of them type of cats, and I think he will garner that type of respect. Because even when I used to see Stavern in there training, they look like they left Stavern alone. You know what I mean? So people know when to act crazy and when not to act crazy. I'm not saying they were scared of him, but you know what I'm saying, though, bro. People know who to act crazy with. Um, Let me see here. Jupiter B says he doesn't trust Mayweather, unfortunately. I could see that. Dago, nah, bro, the fight's still going on. F ain't won yet. I'm about a round behind. Uh, so okay, Nakajanu's trying to say it don't hurt. I'm in the sixth round, y'all. I'm in sixth round, 2 minutes to go. Kamal All says Wilder has a great jab. When he uses it, he's too obsessed with going for the KO, though. He needs a trainer that's going to be authoritative with him in camp and especially between rounds. That's one thing I noticed about Wilder's his in between round stuff. They don't say much to him. You could look to it, you could look at it as a plus to where they kind of know what's going on and uh not much has to be said. But then some people look at it like, what the hell you mean, Mr. Boxing? You need to talk to your fighter, you need to communicate and convey a message that's going to get to him and inspire him and give him a realistic view on what's going on and what he needs to do and what he needs to stop doing and what he needs to stop his opponent from doing. And I get it. Look, everything seems unique and perfect fit when you're undefeated, right? Then as soon as you lose a fight, oh, that was wrong from the whole time. Even though you went 10 years winning like that, now it's all wrong. So it's kind of boxing is crazy, man. Boxing is crazy, man. That's just how the sport is. Cause I remember watching Floyd, and again, fighters are different. I remember Roger used to just say shit like, keep doing what you're doing, Floyd. Keep doing what you're doing. That's all he said. And I know it's Floyd, but then rounds where Floyd looked like maybe like the Maidana fight or the De La Hoya fight, where rounds look like, okay, ooh, good right hand by Cojanu. Cojanu is throwing back on Ajagba, man. He's not hurting him. He's missing some. Some are just whacking shots, overhand rights and wild left hooks, but he's backing them up. Another overhand by Cojanu. He's not turning his body into these punches, so it's like open glove punches almost. We're not open. Let me not say open gloves, but it's like he's slapping with them, and he's not really turning over his shots. But yeah, back to what guys say in the corner. Roger didn't really say much to Floyd. Keep doing what you're doing, Floyd. In the rounds, like yeah, like I was saying, maybe he had a round or two where you think he probably lost or was debatable. He still like the Zav fight. He still would just say, I think his dad did, but whether it's dad or him in the corner, they really want to say much to him. Walk that motherfucker down, like little shit like that. But then you had trainers that would chastise their fighter if their fighter wasn't doing the proper things. Kind of like, and he's doing the commentary right now, kind of like what Emmanuel would do with Lennox. Emmanuel was great at that, man. The psychology part, even though I don't think much of this guy, but Teddy Atlas was great at it too. But the psychology part, though, man, I remember to get under Vladimir's skin, to get him to go in there and go for the damn kill and stop letting this cruiserweight, although he's a heavyweight, but this cruiserweight in 80 chambers stick around. Emmanuel literally at the start of the 12th went into the middle of the ring saying, "Get this motherfucker out of here." And Vladimir delivered one of the most spectacular KOs of his career against 80 Chamber, just a vicious knockout. It was brutal. It was probably one of his most impressive knockouts that Vladimir had in his career. The knockouts against 80 Chambers, and brutal knockout with a hook. Yeah, Jag, but this whole I'm gonna just put my high guard up and just grit through your combinations. He's gonna have to move his head a little bit more, man. Now watching more of FA, I think Kownacki can probably. I would favor Kownacki to beat FA. Jarrell Miller, I would favor guys with that type of pressure based on what I've seen from this fight, the Kaladzi fight, the Demariza fight. Although I did say these are good, it's a good learning experience, and maybe you'll have a better chance of trying to handle them. But just seeing what he does and his tendencies, and I don't know. My man Brooklyn Shaw, that's the man Brooklyn Shaw. Nah. Marshall Ministry was good. Tone Bangers, okay, I read that one. Wilder works. Kamal says Wilder works hard. I'm not worried about him being distracted in the TMT gym. I wouldn't see no distractions either. Wilder's saying he got his head on straight. He has a team, his guys around him. Um, and Wilder just seems too headstrong for that type of foolishness, in my opinion. Marshall Ministry says, "Is this a strictly heavyweight boxing channel and talk?" Just wondering. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. James Rich says, even if Wilder loses against Fury again, I want to see AJ versus Wilder. Yeah, I still want to see them fight. I still want to low key still see Wilder versus Povetkin. Povetkin has a fight coming up with Dillian White. Shit, maybe that fight still can happen. A says you need combinations to get Cojanu out of there. One punch at a time won't do it unless you are Wilder. Well, Aid, unless you're Wilder and unless you're Ortiz or Donovan Dennis, because Ortiz and Donovan Dennis knocked out Cojanu with straight left hands. But I get what you're saying though, that Ajagba should start putting something together. Yes, I do. And I think he needs to throw that left hook after his right hand as well. It's like he's throwing the jab, the right hand, then he'll kind of look at his work to see, did I get you out of there? No, you still standing. Then he just resets. It's like, bro, where's that left hook to wipe his nose after that straight right hand? Kanjanu is making FA work. Um, Jagwood, like he has no snap on some of these shots, man. No snap on these shots right now from a Jagba. But he is definitely Cojanu is definitely showing the effects of these shots though. His face starting to swell up. Jupiter B says FA seems tired. Yes, he does. Let me see. I missed some comments. Let me see. Mumbo Jumbo says it's like Jonathan Banks tell Vlad, "Hey, this Fury guy going to win 11 rounds already, but keep boxing." Yeah, you got to get. You can't. I yes, I do remember that advice he was giving him in the corner, and I was sitting there like, man, that's sure. And bless Jonathan Banks' heart. He's a fighter. He knows how to train, but I don't think he was the right fit personality wise for Vlad. Vlad don't need somebody as cool and calm as him. He needs somebody that can turn it up a little bit. And maybe Jonathan does turn it up, but it's not in the way that Emmanuel would turn it up. And I don't know, some guys they might walk eggshells because they don't, who wants to be out of a job? You know what I mean? So maybe he felt as if he didn't want to step on Vlad's toes. Maybe it's just his personality. With Vlad, I'm not sure, but Emmanuel would have definitely cussed him out. And some guys don't need technical. Well, you need to take a step over to the left, throw the right hand, and come back with your left hook, and then throw a 40. No, some guys need to just be inspired. Whether you talk about a family member or their kid, hey, do this for your kids, or what the fuck are you doing out there? Some people get motivated and inspired in different ways. People think that you need a technical breakdown when you go back to your corner. For some fighters, yeah, but some fighters need that motivation. Some fighters don't want a motivational guy. They want to know what they need to do technically. It's just different, man. It's guys take in directions that's conveyed to them in different ways, y'all. So you would think like, man, a trainer telling you what's going on technically should help you in the corner. To some fighters think a motivational speech is useless. So this is a slow paced fight right now, but Ajagba look like he's going to just do a workman's performance. He's throwing combinations. He's not really putting big heavy shots together, just letting his hands go, which I think is a smart thing to do. Quit loading up on big single shots. If the guy's not going to fall down, man, there's no need to just load up on big shots to make yourself look to have an ugly performance. If anything, just keep pumping that jab, kind of like what Sanchez was doing to Dawekko in the last fight. Oh, good right hand by a Jagba. Cojanu went down. You know why? Because he placed that shot well placed in between, letting his hands go. So he was throwing one, two, three, boom. The fifth one was the big one. Instead of doing a jab, big right hand, jab, big. Now he's hiding and disguising that right hand in combination form, throwing four, fives, and sixes. The fifth punch was the big right hand. All right, guys, I'm only in the eighth. There's 40 seconds left. Some of you may be ahead of me a little bit, man. The ref look like he's having a whole damn conversation with Cojanu. Ajagba still kind of on the back foot. Ooh, Cojanu threw a big right hand and missed, but he's fighting back. Ajagba another overhand right, another right hand by Ajagba. Ajagba jab to the body. Good 1, 2, 3. Good left hook by Ajagba. Cojanu backs back saying it doesn't hurt, but clearly it did. He's on the ropes. Ajagba was letting his hands go. The 10-second clapper went off. Ajagba was putting on pressure. Cojanu threw a Kajanu's attacking his body now. Ajagba with a jab to the body, another jab to the body. He was going to throw a right hand up top, but the bell rung. Kajanu's right eye is swelled badly, and he has a bruise, some bruises up on his forehead right now. Gregory Wyatt was good, bro. He says if hashtag Glovegate yields results consistent with those expected of a firm but fair approach, a third Wilder Fury encounter may prove to be a fairy tale. I'm waiting to see the outcome of all this, man. Uh, William Redmond says thanks. D-Block Express says smash that like button. Please do that, man, just so it's more visible to more people. Justy was good. Let me see here. The J Rules 3, what's up, bro? He says FA's messing Raz up. Um, yeah, Willie Redmond's on Fox. DSFG38 Outbox says Daniel. Hold on, I'm gonna get you a comment in 1 second, bro. Jag was putting on pressure to start around 9. He's putting on pressure. Kajanu's trying to hold, and while he's trying to hold, Ajagba is letting his hands go. Kajanu put him literally in a Macho Man Randy Savage headlock. Okay, they broke him up. Ajagba just letting his hands go. He's throwing body. He threw a good right hand to the body. He's walking Kajanu down right now. He's just letting his hands. He's throwing combinations. Jab, right hand, left hook. He's coming. He's coming behind that right hand with a left hook now. Another jab by Ajagba. He's backing him up. Good body shot by Ajagba, followed by right cross. Kajanu's just trying to yield him off, using his elbows, trying to push him back. When they get close, put him in a headlock. He's trying to rest. He's trying to rest right now. He's hurt, a little hurt right now. He's trying to rest. Good right hand by Ajagba. Now Jagba's he's looping an overhand right now. Good uppercut by Kajanu, and he's talking trash. Good left hook by Jagba. Overhand, little flurry by Jagba. But Kajanu is taking these shots pretty well, man. You don't get points from taking shots well, but he's taking them. Good right hand by Jagba. Another right hand by Jagba. Kajanu is losing a lot of vision in that right eye. Good double jab by Jagba. Good body shot by Jagba. Good left hook by Jagba. Kajanu just missed the left hook. Good left hook, right hook by Jagba. Ajagba's a lot of better fighter when he just throws punches and not trying to just load up on the big like he's trying to be Deontay Wilder, when he just throws, just lets his hands go in combination for him. And when he moves around a little bit, he's a lot better being like moving around, being fluid, than he is trying to be the come forward destroyer guy. And when you knock out your first, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys, you may think that's who you are, when in reality it's probably not who you really are. Although you have the ability to do it, you may be a better fighter doing something a little bit different. And I think he's a lot different when he's placing that hard shot in a 4-punch combination versus just 1-2, 1-2. Good uppercut by Jagba. I think a few more flurries, man. Ref is warning Kajanu he's taking a lot of shots. Kajanu needs to just. Jagba's using that jab now. Good right hand by Jagba. Now overhand right by Jagba. Now Kajanu's trying to just step in with hard right hands. Okay, he took a knee. Ref called it. The Jagba wins by TKO. It's over. 9th round. Cojanu just had the fight beat out of him, man. He tried to posture and tried to make it, try to give us a depiction as it didn't hurt and bring it on, not want more. And usually that means you're hurt. Unless you're like Marvin Hagler or some shit, or one of them dudes where they really wanted you to bring it to him. But You could tell Cojanu was hurt, man. Just got the fight beat out of him. Hard earned victory for Ajagba. Great learning experience, man. Fights like I said, now this fight, Kalaji fight, Demareason, some people may look at that and say, oh, it proves that he's not that good. To me, it proves that he is that good because Demareason was a damn Olympian and he was also an undefeated prospect going into that fight that was looking to win. Kalaji is a guy that always gives. I want to say it was just Kownacki that. No, who was it? It was one of the guys that ran through him easy. It was Michael Hunter. Besides the Michael Hunter loss, Kalaji gives everybody hell for the first couple rounds. Another good learning experience, and then this fight with Cojanu, who went 12 with Joseph Parker. He did get knocked out by Donovan Dennis and Luis Ortiz, but he did. And Cojanu, he could be a tough style sometimes, man. So Jagba, good hard earned victory. I'll give him that. All right, let me go into that comment. My man DSFG38 Outbox says Daniel versus Jagba. Nope. Ortiz versus Povetkin. Nope. Ruiz versus Big Baby. Nope. Khan versus Pac. Nope. Devin Alexander versus Bub. Nope. Porter versus Bub. Nope. Don't hold your breath over do fight. Seems to me won't happen. Well, we get some of them though, man. Especially in this heavyweight division. We probably don't get all of them that we want, but the fights are starting to come together, bro. Like in 2015, 16, 17, all them fights we wanted to see, we're getting to see Wilder and Fury fight twice. You know what I mean? Yes, we didn't see Wilder and AJ uh, or Wilder AJ, Fury AJ, but we got to see AJ White and AJ Ruiz. Now Ruiz, I know it was an upset, but I always had Ruiz as a top 10 heavyweight over the last 5, 6 years. Only reason I was having them because I used to do my top 10, and I always name Ruiz as my first honorable mention. Only reason I didn't have him in the top 10 because he was so inactive in spots in his career. So to me, that was a good fight. I thought AJ would win, but it was a matchup, right? White versus Parker, um, Parker versus Ruiz. I mean, we're getting some good fights, man. Shit, Ortiz versus Wilder twice. Like, we're getting some good heavyweight matchups, man. Um, Now you got Dubois getting ready to fight Joyce. We're getting some good matchups. When Isu Agono fought Dominic Brazil, that was a good one. There's some good matchups out there. There's more that we want to see. Yes, we want to see the Crawfords versus the Errol Spences and all that. You know what I mean? Um, but I think as boxing fans, sometimes we just kind of overlook the ones that we do get. So L Dog says Herkovic stops FA at Jaguar in 4 rounds. Easy work. Uh, Gregory Wyatt says there's a NSAC hearing on the glove issue is scheduled for March 25th. Oh, okay, I didn't know about that. Uh, Dean Denton says I like FA, but he was smothering his work tonight, made it harder on himself. Just stepped back about 8 inches in the fight's over in 4. Well, I know when he started putting his punches together, man, he was a lot more successful. A says the top guys in this era are not used to pressure, which is why I think the likes of Kownacki and Miller will get a few surprise victory. Look, bro, when I was talking about Kownacki a couple years ago, people were telling me, nah, he's too easy. He's too hittable. And I'm like, yeah, he is hittable. But man, he brings a lot of pressure. And it's not like when he gets up on you, like he's hitting you with pillows. He's a thudding puncher and he punches with both hands and he just puts relentless pressure on you. And guys that are long and tall and want to get torque on their punches and get that separation and use their reach, yo, man, the kryptonite to that is get up in their chest. I don't care what era, who you are. Yes, you had guys like Riddick Bowe that can fight on the inside, and Lennox can tangle a little bit, but Lennox won't go overboard and try to fight like two on the inside, or he even try to fight Tyson on the inside till he got him hurt and he started landing an uppercut, holding his head down. But you guys get what I'm saying, though. There's always a kryptonite to everything. So I'm not surprised at all, man. Like I said, y'all, I'm a big Deontay Wilder fan. He's my favorite heavyweight. Although I cover all the heavyweights, he is my favorite heavyweight. But at the same time, I did say nobody's going to go unscathed in this era. Nobody. I don't think nobody's going to finish undefeated. I know Tyson Fury's undefeated now. He keeps fighting. He's going to lose eventually. Nobody's going to go unscathed. Let me see here. William Redmond says, I figured out what Fury is doing with that glove. He pulls it up so he can get an extra 6 inches on the jab. He smothers it in your face and sets up the right hand. Jupiter, okay, let me see. Count Drago says, shows you how good Luis Ortiz is. Dude did last Parker, or he lasted with 12 rounds with Parker. L Dog says people need to accept Deontay Wilder got the snot beat out of him because he wasn't against a bigger, stronger, and better boxer than himself. Well, I will also say people need to get over the fact that they're trying to pretend like the glove just didn't look funny. Yes, he did lose the fight. Whether you want to say he got the snot beat out of him or he got his ass whooped, however you want to phrase it, a loss is a loss, right? But what I'm not going to do is, and I have accepted that, but what I won't get over is if you show me that glove, I'm not going to lie and say, you know what, man, just get over it. Well, no, he lost the fight. But my eyes are telling me I'm seeing a funny looking ass glove. That's just what it is, bro. Like, he lost the fight. I said that when the fight was over. I came on, I actually went live as the fight was going on, saying that Deontay Wilder's getting beat up. But you show me images of them gloves, that also looks funny too. No excuses. I'm just telling you what I see. Now, if you're sitting here saying, oh, ain't nothing wrong with that glove, stop crying. I mean, I think that's being naive, but that's just me though. Dago says I'm way behind. Let me try to restart my app, bro. So y'all are telling me that Kownacki fight probably already going on back in the remote. This app keep freezing up, man. So let me try to go out of it and come back in. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. All right. I'm gonna go out of it. I'm gonna come back into it, see if it catch me up to speed. Cause y'all saying I'm way behind. So let me see. Damn, can you put it back on there? I done fucked it up. See what y'all talking about, man. Yes, Jupiter B. Like you can accept that he lost, but then you can also accept that, damn, that didn't look right. You know, people are trying to make it seem like accept the loss and shut up. It's like, well, no, I don't have to shut up, man. He lost the fight, bro, but there was something the way that glove has been and did look funny. Unbiased heavyweight rank in the news says FA used more head movement this fight, more lateral movement as well, in my opinion, bro. Um, DS G38 out box says White versus Pitvec and shaking my head. I know where you're going with that, bro. Stylistically though, I think it's a great matchup, and it's going to be a battle of left hooks, and it's that to me might be a phone booth fight, and I'm curious to see who backs up first. Um, that's going to be a good one because I know that Dillian White likes to use his hard thudding jab to work his way on the inside. Um, him going backwards is not his forte, although I did see him try to use the back foot and be slick and slippery against what's my man's what's that dude name? The dude with the chin, David Allen. I see him in the doing the Dave Allen fight, but really his bread and butter is just banging and coming forward, right? Um, and Povetkin showed a lot of, you know, like he still got it in that Michael Hunter fight. And Hunter tried to put the pressure on him from round one, and Povetkin wasn't going for it. And I said that that fight was going to steal the show on that card, and it certainly did on that AJ Ruiz rematch in Saudi. I think it's going to be a good fight, though, man. I'm gonna go with White because I usually go with the younger guy, especially when it's involving a 40-something-year-old heavyweight. Although that's not super old for heavyweight because we know they age a little bit differently based on their styles and just the rhythm and the pace that they fight at. and it's about power in the division, and power is the last thing to leave. And Povetkin hasn't been in a lot of wars like that. He's not war torn. He did get stopped by AJ. He got stopped by, or no, he lost to Vlad. Was getting thrown down. He was getting caught with some hard shots, and he was getting thrown down and tackled too. Um, but I'm gonna go with the younger guy. I'm gonna go with White. But it's gonna be a good one, man. And it might come down to who can just really find a home for the left hook first. L Dog says Water has regressed in skills in the '08 Olympics. But L Dog, bro, like what sense is, so in '08, so what you're saying is he's gotten worse, but how can you become worse, turn pro, become a champion, and then go nine, or I'm sorry, go 10, 1-1 in 12 heavyweight championship fights? I don't, well, shit, you know what? Whoever come out the Olympics this year, hopefully they regress as well in the next 10 years so they can become a champion and fight in 12 championship fights. But to say he regrets, bro, that's not true because, well, to me, well, no, look, if that's your truth, fine, bro. I'm not here to argue with you, but just speaking on what you said, in the Stavern fight, the first one, I picked Stavern to beat him because I didn't think Deontay Wilder could do exactly what he did for 12 rounds against Stavern. I know what you're gonna say. Stavern sucks. Okay, cool. The WBC had Stavern and Areola rated number one and number two for that vacant belt. You can't get more legit than that when it comes to two fighters fighting for a vacant belt by having your number one and number two people in the rankings fight for that vacant title. Um, that's just my thoughts, man. But I'm not here to change your mind. Well, Jupiter B, I'm not sure if L Dog was saying I wasn't on those streams, bro, but I know L Dog from my channel, and I know he don't like Deontay Wilder. I know that. Well, shit, man. Somebody throwing you in there with Tyson Fury twice and Luis Ortiz twice. That's not doing a good job of protecting. I see y'all saying he was protected, but I don't see how that's good protection. Throw me in there with an undefeated Luis Ortiz. I need a new security team. Shit, that ain't protection at all. That's throwing me in there with the wolf. Protection, shit. That ain't protection at all. Oh, okay, Jupiter B. I just see him in mines, bro. I don't really see him in nowhere. I think I saw him on I see L Dog in Kiwi Box and or Big Boys Boxing now, and I see him in the boxing voice. Dean Denton says Wilder was protected like Balboa, and that protected don't change nothing. Fury was a cherry pick going wrong. No, bro. See, you can't cherry pick Tyson Fury. I know what you're going to say, but Mr. Boxing, they tried to get him when he wasn't ready, Mr. Boxing. Bro, you don't cherry pick Tyson Fury. uh, and this whole notion that Mr. Boxing, he just got off the couch from snorting cocaine and he was 800 pounds, Mr. Boxing. Yes and no. He was in training, losing weight 8, 9, 10 months prior to his official comeback. How do I know? I was doing videos on it, and I was always the uploader saying, "Hey guys, Tyson Fury's training," and you guys come to the video, Mr. Boxing, don't believe him. He ain't taking it serious. Fury puts up another training video on Instagram. Hey y'all, Tyson Fury training. Man, he ain't, nah, Mr. Boxing, you falling for the okie doke. Another month go by. Hey y'all, Tyson Fury training. Nah, Mr. So like a year went by. Then he announces official comeback. Then goes into an official training camp. Fights Safiri. After that fight, goes into another training camp. Fights Pianata. Goes into another training camp. Then fights Wilder. I'm sorry, bro. You can't say that's a cherry pick. This is Tyson Fury. This isn't Joe Blow from the supermarket. This isn't you know, Larry the Lyft driver. You know, come on, y'all. You guys are actually taking, in my opinion, you're taking away from Tyson Fury. But that's just me. Again, I'm not here to change your mind. Yes, Dean didn't. They thought he lacked power, but it's still Tyson Fury. That's like saying we're gonna fight Deontay Wilder because we think he lacks defense. Like, well, you're gonna think somebody lacks something, no matter who they pick. You get what I'm saying, bro? Like, you're gonna think the fighter lacks something. So if you think it's because they lack power, okay, well, I mean, what are you gonna say next? They picked Luis Ortiz because he lacked youth. Like, I mean, yes, somebody lacks something, Dean. Like, nobody's gonna be perfect. It's not like you're gonna say, okay, we're gonna pick the perfect guy. I think, me personally, I think Anthony Joshua lacks head movement. Still don't mean Anthony Joshua can't go in there and beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, but let me finish. You said no misboxing. They thought Fury lacked power and could blast him out. They thought Wilder could take his shots. Or they just thought Wilder was a better fighter and they want to prove it against Tyson Fury. Look, God, I think we look too much into like ducks and cherry picks. And no, to me, a cherry pick is when you hear about the matchup and you know it's a cherry pick. You can't cherry pick top guys. You guys, like, that doesn't, to me, that doesn't make any sense. So uh is somebody trying to cherry pick Errol Spence right now because he had this car accident? Would that be considered a cherry pick? I'm just saying. Damn, my damn phone's gonna die. Shit, it's only at 8%. Fuck, man. Damn.
Can you continue off my phone?
Probably. Oh, Goosen is training Pulev. Retros for Life 79 Boxing. My man DFG38 outbox says why Ruiz don't want his rematch with Parker, knowing he owed a trilogy and rematch. Probably because he, if that's true, he doesn't want the rematch right now. I think he's looking to try to get back into title contention. Um, Maybe doesn't see nothing in that fight right now, but I would love to see that rematch. Man, I thought it was a draw. To be honest with you, I thought that fight was a draw. Uh, Let me see. I'm gonna probably pick this up on my wife's. Let me see this other device. Hold on. Yes, DS. Man, I have to call you something. DSFG38 out box says Ali is Ali, Mike Tyson, Wilder is Wilder. Dean says, unlike some, I like Wilder, but I don't think he beats Ruiz, White, or Fury. Joshua, maybe. I definitely think he knocks out Dillian White. Definitely. It is not no knock on Dillian. I like Dillian. But I think just style wise, breaking that down, man, putting it through my computer and coming out with the printout, I just see him getting blasted based on styles, based on Dillian White's heart. Sometimes your heart can be your biggest asset, but it can be your biggest downfall because you have too much heart for your own good. And I think White will try to be in there trying to prove something. Um, Now, obviously, you're trying to prove you're the better fighter, but I'm saying taking unnecessary shots. If he could take unnecessary shots from Derek Chisora, he'll definitely take them from Wilder. And I think the outcome would be devastating. Does he have a left hook? Yes, he does. If he gets inside on Wilder's chest, will he make it a dog fight and probably could possibly outwork Wilder? Yes. I've seen Duhaupas. To me, Tyson Fury fought a more polished version of what Duhaupas did against Wilder. I went back and watched a Duhaupas Wilder fight just for the hell of it, just watching one of Wilder's old fights since his loss. And I was looking like, yo, now I'm looking at this. Tyson Fury fought just like this, just bigger. He's a bigger guy and more polished. Better hand speed, better combinations, better defense, but the same type of fight. It was crazy, man. Y'all should go back and watch the Do Up a fight. Teddy B Midwest Sports Talk says, "How would you score?" He says, "How would you score Parker versus Fury?" Oh, Parker versus Fury. I had it 6-5-1 Parker. Yo, I've said this in like 1,000 live streams, bro. Parker's the hardest dude to judge fights with. I cannot. His fights are hard for me to judge. His fight with Takum, I edged him 7-5. The fight with Ruiz, I had it 6-6. His fight with Huey Fury, 6-5-1. And I know you guys are going to laugh at me, but the fight with AJ, I had it 6-6. I broke it down on my heavy bag about what I saw. I had that fight 6-6. I know some people, somebody's going to say, I had it 9-3, 10-2. How can you? I had it 6-6. Parker's the hardest dude for me to score his fights, man. I don't know what it is about Joseph Parker cannot score his fights. Even the fight he just had with what's the dude name? Shondell Winters. There was some like a round or two in there. I'm like, damn, probably could have gave Winters. I mean, Parker won the fight. You know, he beat the dude, but man, JP is just a hard dude to score. Let me see here. All right, y'all. I'm gonna hook up another device and I'm gonna come right back, man. So the Ford was it 50 people in here, 51, whatever. Y'all come right back, man. Let me see. My man Dean Denton says I watched James Tillis versus Tyson, Holyfield Shaver and Morrison today at work, sitting on my perimeter car with the AR-15 on my lap. Laugh out loud. Tillis was good at times. Yeah, quick Tillis, man. He was a good outboxer. He can mix it up, and he was at one time an undefeated prospect looking to make some noise. Always gave guys some tough work. I want to say was that the I think Holyfield fought Tillis in Reno. I think Holyfield did fight. Was the fight you watched today with Tillis and Holyfield? Was that one in Reno? I think they fought in Reno. I remember that fight. Watching on TV. I think he fought him in Reno, but he says my man Lauren Williams says Tua has the record with four more Ruiz, Rockman, and Moskayev. Mala2243 says, you explain it, tell me how you get advantage from a loose glove. If it was an advantage, everyone would be doing it. You're embarrassing yourself. The excuses since the fight have been laughable. What I'm thinking, bro, is when they say with the loose glove thing, is what they're saying is you can get your knuckle through that part of the loose glove where the palm is at, that hole right there where you tie it up. What they're saying is he can get his knuckle and turn his knuckle to where when he's throwing the straight punch, it looks like it's about to be a slap, but really it's the knuckle piercing through is what people are trying to bring up, bro. So that's the advantage that they're saying that he's having, at least from my outlook. I don't, maybe some people can add to this, but that's what I'm thinking. My man Vince up in here, what's good, bro? Body snatcher returns up in the house. Um, all right, look, y'all. I'm about to go live on this other device. Actually, let me try to hook it up right now. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Y'all give me one second. I'm trying to get this live cracking on this other one. Let me see. Kownacki. Kownacki versus Helenius. How the hell is Helenius on a how the hell they got Robert Helenius on a damn main event, man? Last time he was in the main, what he fought Gerald. Well, he fought Gerald Washington here in Minnesota at the Armory downtown. But damn, but I guess Kownacki already beat Gerald Washington, so you know. But damn, Robert Helenius is lucky as hell. But he's at the stage now. This ain't the 2011 version of Robert Helenius, man. This is a guy that's being used as a gatekeeper. Let me see here. I'm going with Kownacki in 4. I know I may be lagging a little bit behind some of you guys, but I'm gonna go with Kownacki in 4. Y'all give me 1 second, man. Kownacki got a little fan club out there in New York with that Polish following, man. I know New York is either first or second in the states for the uh, highly populated with Polish people. I think it's Chicago and then New York. Y'all give me 1 second. Let's go with this. Go with this. Damn. All right, y'all. I'm gonna end this one and go live on the other device, man. So